Hey, Kentucky, welcome back. Time to talk more topics now. First up, Senator Mitch McConnell is taking some fire from members of his own party this election year.
He spent most of his time making deals for himself, not so much for Kentucky. Mitch didn't have money when he went to Washington 35 years ago. Today, he's one of the richest guys up there. Rich Mitch.
A political action committee formed by prominent Republicans who are opposed to President Trump aired this TV ad across the state last week, citing the Senate Majority Leader as a Trump enabler. McConnell's campaign dismisses the ad as the work of grifters and thieves. Grifters and thieves, Keith.
I don't even know what that is. But I'll say that it does surprise me. You just feel like he's one of those people that all the Republicans look up to. And obviously now he's finding out that there are people that maybe he needs to watch his back a little bit.
Yep. All right. Longtime Sacramento Kings TV broadcaster Grant Napier resigned yesterday after a Twitter exchange with former UK basketball player DeMarcus Cousins. The former Wildcat asked Napier for his opinion on the Black Lives Matter movement, to which Napier replied that all lives matter. Cousins said he expected to receive that response. Former Kings forward Matt Barnes also tweeted that Napier is a closet racist. Napier has since apologized for his comment. Keith, this is one of those things that is coming out of this, is the understanding of the difference between all lives matter and Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, for sure. And the difference being that we want to make sure that everybody knows all lives matter. But right now, what we need to know is Black Lives Matter. They are going through a difficult time right now, and we need to understand. You said it best yesterday when you did your commentary, or the day before. I mean, that was perfectly well said about we can't have all lives matter till Black Lives Matter.
All right. Thanks, Keith. The UK women's basketball team is starting to have some success through the transfer portal. They added another player, Olivia Owens, averaged just 2 points and a rebound in her only season at Maryland. That was back in 2018-2019. She then redshirted last year after dealing with mono. But Keith, she is 6'4". That's something you can't coach.
You cannot, and that's what excites me about this one. And she might have to sit out one more, this coming year for the transfer. She could add an additional year with a medical red shirt. Don't know if she will, but she'll have 2 years left. And I'm excited to see her on the court when she does get out there.
Absolutely. That's 6'4" is some nice size inside. Couples across the Bluegrass who had planned a marriage, a wedding in 2020. They've been coping with realities of COVID-19 and some of those wedding planners. But one of the most frustrating things for both couples and venues, they say, is the lack of guidelines provided for resuming weddings and events. One planner says her venue has just had to make up their own based on guidance regarding gatherings and restaurant crowds. Keith, your son just got married when there was only 10 people there, but I imagine part of the reason for that was because you didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And I hadn't even thought about this fact that even going through one, that these people aren't getting guidance. I mean, we need some help there from Andy Bashir and others to say, here's what you can do and what you can't do, and let them get back to work.
Yep. All right. A Louisville man made headlines in the state of Maine with an unusual car theft. Police say Joshua Burton stole a car from a gas station, led police on a high-speed chase that ended in a crash, all with the dog that belonged to the car's owner along for the ride. The pet ran off following the crash. Of course, Keith, he's like, get me out of here.
I mean, we hear about all the time where there are times where people take cars and there are children in the back seat. This time, a dog, and I hope they find the poor dog because they need to be reunited with the owner.
Plus, we've got a few questions for him on what happened. All right, tonight's wrap-up is next as Hey Kentucky continues.